Remember that prayer you gave up on? The one you whispered so many times that you finally stopped, convinced I wasn't even there? I need you to hear something about that prayer. It never ran out of time. You stopped asking, but I never stopped working on the answer. For the last 6 months, 3 years, maybe even longer, I have been arranging situations, guiding people, shutting down the wrong paths and opening the right ones, all to bring you the response to a prayer you thought I had ignored. And as you read this right now, that answer has begun to arrive. Not how you expected, not when you wanted, but exactly as it had to happen, so you would know beyond doubt that it came from me. You thought I forgot you. I was actually preparing something far greater than what you originally asked for. And when it finally appears, you will understand why the waiting was necessary. This message has found you today because your breakthrough is nearer than you realize. In fact, it has already started. You just haven't recognized it yet. Keep reading, and I will point out the signs you've been missing. Right now, in this exact moment, something is changing in the spiritual realm. Angels are taking their places around your life. Doors that have stayed locked for years are beginning to crack open. Obstacles that looked permanent are starting to break apart. And you have no idea any of this is happening because you cannot see what I see. But you can feel it, can't you? That strange sense that something is different today. That unexplainable feeling that you are standing at the edge of something important. That is not random. That is my spirit confirming to your spirit that what I am telling you is true. Your season is shifting right in front of you, and this message is the announcement of that shift.
Dear spiritual family, I run this channel to share positive energy, guidance, and spiritual content with all of you. This work takes time, effort, and some resources to keep going. If you receive value from my content and feel inspired to support me, any small contribution is deeply appreciated. You can send your support via my PayPal or scan the QR code below. No pressure, only give if it feels right from your heart. Your support helps me continue this spiritual journey for everyone. Thank you for your love, trust, and kindness. Blessings to you all.
I know you have gone through things that broke you in ways you have never admitted to anyone. I know there are wounds you carry that no one else can see. I know you have smiled through pain that would have crushed others. I know you have kept moving when everything inside you wanted to stop. And I need you to hear this. None of that suffering was wasted. Every tear watered seeds that are about to bloom. Every sleepless night was preparing you for the peace you are about to experience. Every moment you felt alone was teaching you to recognize my presence when I show up in ways you cannot deny. You were not being punished, you were being prepared. And that preparation is finished. What comes next is the arrival of everything I promised you when you first believed. Type I believe if you sense that your waiting is about to end. My child, I want to take you back to a moment you may have forgotten. Do you remember the first time you truly felt my presence? Maybe it was in a moment of desperation. Maybe it was during a season of worship. Maybe it was in the quiet of an ordinary day when something extraordinary touched your heart. You felt me then, and you knew without any doubt that I was real. But somewhere along the way, life became loud. Circumstances became complicated,
Doubt crept in, and that clear connection you once felt became clouded by questions, by disappointments, by prayers that seemed unanswered. Today, I am restoring that connection. I am cutting through the noise. I am bringing you back to that place of knowing, that place of certainty, where your faith is no longer based on what you can see, but on who you know I am. The version of you reading these words right now is not the version that will finish this message. You are being transformed as you read. Old mindsets are falling away. Lies you believed about yourself are being exposed. Limits you accepted as permanent are being shattered. I am doing surgery on your soul at this very moment, removing everything that does not belong and restoring everything that does. This is not a motivational post meant to make you feel better for a little while. This is a divine download that is rewiring your spiritual DNA. You will never be the same after this encounter. Here is what I see happening in your life in the coming weeks. Conversations you have been avoiding will suddenly become easy. Relationships that have been strained will begin to heal. Opportunities you stopped looking for will appear out of nowhere. Resources you need will show up from unexpected sources. Ideas will flood your mind with such clarity that you will wonder why you never saw them before. This is what happens when my favor rests on someone. Everything starts to align. Everything starts to flow. Everything starts to work together for good, exactly like I promised it would. Share this with someone who needs to know their breakthrough is coming. But I need to be honest with you about something. The breakthrough I am bringing you will require something from you. It will require you to let go of control. It will require you to trust me in areas where you have been trusting yourself. It will require you to step into uncomfortable spaces where your faith is the only thing holding you up. I know that sounds frightening. I know you have been hurt before when you trusted. I know you have been disappointed when you hoped. But this time is different. This time, you are not stepping out based on your own understanding. This time, you are moving at my direction, under my protection, with my power backing you up. When I call you to step, I have already prepared the ground beneath your feet. You have been asking me for a sign. You have been begging me to show you what to do next. You have been desperate for clarity in the middle of all the confusion. This message is your sign. The clarity you have been seeking is about to flood your mind like sunlight breaking through clouds. Within the next 72 hours, you are going to have a moment where everything suddenly makes sense. A conversation will happen, a realization will hit you, a door will open, and you will know beyond any doubt that I orchestrated it. When that moment comes, do not hesitate, do not second guess, do not talk yourself out of it. Move. That will be me clearing the path and inviting you to walk it. I want to tell you something about the people in your life. Some of them have been assigned by me to help you reach your destiny. Others have been sent by the enemy to distract you from it. And right now, I am making it very clear who is who. Pay attention to who celebrates your growth and who feels threatened by it. Pay attention to who speaks life over you and who constantly reminds you of your failures. Pay attention to who pushes you toward your purpose and who pulls you back into your past. I am giving you discernment to see people as they truly are, not as you wish they were. And some relationships are about to end, not because you failed, but because they served their purpose, and now it is time to move forward without them. Drop a heart if God is giving you clarity about the people around you. Now I want to address something practical that many of you are struggling with: finances. I know the stress that comes with not having enough. I know the anxiety of watching bills pile up while your bank account stays empty. I know the shame of having to say no to things you wish you could say yes to. I know the fear of wondering if you will ever get ahead or if you will always be one emergency away from disaster. I see it all, and I am about to intervene in your financial situation in a way that defies natural explanation. But here is what I need you to understand about the kingdom economy. It operates differently than the world's economy. In the world system, you get what you earn. In my kingdom, you receive what you believe for and position yourself to accept. And one of the most powerful ways to position yourself for financial blessing is through the principle of sowing and reaping. When you give, even when it does not make sense, when you sow, even when you feel like you have nothing, you are activating a spiritual law that I created. You are declaring that you trust me more than you trust money, and that kind of faith opens floodgates. There is a link in the comments to sow into the ministry that brought this message to you. I am not telling you this to pressure you. I am telling you this to give you an opportunity to participate in your own miracle. Every seed sown in faith becomes a harvest reaped in blessing. The amount does not matter. What matters is the obedience and the trust behind it. When you give, you are not losing anything. You are investing in the kingdom, and kingdom investments always produce returns that far exceed what was planted. But if you are not in a position to give right now, that's okay too. My love for you is not conditional on your ability to donate. What I am offering you in this message is free. My grace is free. My healing is free. My breakthrough is free. Receive it whether you sow or not. But for those of you who feel the prompting to give, do not ignore it. That is my spirit leading you into a moment of supernatural multiplication. Obey the prompting, sow the seed, and watch what I do with your faithfulness. My beloved, let me paint a picture of where you will be 6 months from now. You are going to wake up one morning and realize that you haven't felt anxious in weeks. You are going to notice that the thoughts that used to torment you have stopped showing up. You are going to look in the mirror and see someone you actually like, someone who is no longer running from their own reflection. The constant noise in your head will be replaced by a peace so deep that people will ask you what changed, and you will tell them about this moment. You will tell them about the message that found you when you were ready to give up. You will tell them about the God who never stopped working on prayers you stopped praying. The relationships in your life will look different too. Toxic people will have exited. Healthy people will have entered. You will have boundaries that you never had the courage to set before. You will have clarity about who deserves access to you and who does not. You will have the strength to walk away from anything that costs you your peace. And you will surround yourself with people who see your value, who celebrate your wins, who speak truth into your life even when it is hard to hear. Your purpose will come into focus in ways that leave you breathless. The thing you were created to do will become so obvious that you will wonder how you ever missed it. Opportunities to walk in that purpose will present themselves faster than you can keep up with. Doors will open that you never even knocked on. Favor will follow you into rooms you never thought you would enter. And you will look back at this moment and realize that everything shifted when you chose to believe again. Comment "New Level" if you are ready to step into everything God has for you. I need to warn you about something that is going to happen as you move forward: resistance. The enemy is not going to celebrate your breakthrough. He is going to fight it. He is going to send distractions to pull your focus. He is going to whisper doubts to undermine your faith. He is going to use people to discourage you. He is going to make you question whether this is real or just another emotional moment that will fade. But here is what I need you to remember. His resistance is proof that you are a threat to his kingdom. If you are not about to step into something powerful, he would leave you alone. The fact that he is fighting you means you are advancing. Do not let his attacks convince you to retreat. Press forward. I am fighting for you, and I have never lost a battle. There is something I want to address directly because I know it is weighing on your heart. That mistake you made. That thing you did that you were still ashamed of, that moment you wish you could take back. I want you to hear me clearly. I forgave you before you even asked. The guilt you are carrying is not coming from me, it is coming from the enemy who wants to keep you trapped in your past. I do not see you through the lens of your worst moments. I see you through the lens of my son's sacrifice. And from that perspective, you are spotless, you are blameless, you are completely forgiven. It is time to stop punishing yourself for something I have already pardoned. Let it go, walk away from the shame, and step into the freedom I purchased for you.
I know there are relationships that have been damaged by your choices. I know there are people you hurt when you were hurting. I know there are bridges you burned that you wish you could rebuild. Here is what I want you to know. I am a God of restoration. What seems irreparably broken to you is still repairable to me. Some of those relationships will be healed. I will soften hearts that have been hardened against you. I will open doors for conversations that lead to reconciliation. I will give you the words to say and the humility to say them. But I also need you to understand that not every relationship is meant to be restored. Some people were only meant to be in your life for a season, and that season has ended. I will give you peace about which relationships to fight for and which ones to release. Trust my wisdom in this. I see the full picture. I know who belongs in your future and who does not. The healing I am doing in you right now goes deeper than your circumstances. I am healing your mind from toxic thought patterns. I am healing your emotions from years of suppressing them. I am healing your body from the effects of stress and anxiety. I am healing your spirit from religious trauma and spiritual abuse. You are going to feel like a completely different person when this process is complete. The heaviness you have tarried for so long is going to lift. The joy you thought you lost forever is going to return. The peace that has eluded you for years is going to become your new normal. You are not who you used to be. That old version of you no longer exists. You have been made new. You have been washed clean. You have been given a fresh start, and every day you choose to live in guilt over a past I have forgotten is a day you rob yourself of the future I have prepared. Stop looking back. What is ahead of you is infinitely better than anything you left behind. Type "forgiven" if you are ready to release the shame and walk in freedom. Let me tell you what is happening in the spiritual realm right now. There are assignments against your life that are being canceled. There are curses that are being broken. There are chains that are being shattered. There are demons that are being commanded to leave. There are angels that are being dispatched to guard you, to guide you, to fight for you. You may not see any of this with your natural eyes, but it is happening nonetheless, and the evidence of it will show up in your natural life. Things that have been stuck will start moving. Doors that have been closed will start opening. People who have been against you will either change their tune or remove themselves from your path. This is what happens when heaven intervenes on behalf of one of its children. Every generational curse that has plagued your family line is being severed at this moment. Every pattern of defeat that has repeated itself year after year is being interrupted. Every limitation that was spoken over you as a child is losing its power. I am taking you back to your original design, before the world told you who you should be, before trauma shaped your identity, before disappointment convinced you to dream smaller. You are being restored to the version of yourself that I envisioned when I knit you together in your mother's womb. That version is bold. That version is confident. That version knows their worth. That version walks in authority. And that version is emerging right now. The warfare you have been experiencing is not random. It is strategic. The enemy knows what you are capable of when you finally step into your full potential. He knows the lives you will impact. He knows the territory you will take. He knows the legacy you will leave.
so he has been working overtime to keep you distracted, discouraged, and defeated. But his time is up. I am exposing every tactic he has used against you. I am dismantling every trap he has set for you, and I am turning every weapon formed against you back on him. And you are about to walk in a level of victory that makes him regret ever targeting you in the first place. I am clearing the way for you. I am removing every obstacle that has been blocking your progress. I am dismantling every scheme that has been designed to keep you small. I am silencing every voice that has been speaking death over your dreams. And I am positioning you for a level of blessing that you are not even ready for yet. But you will be ready because I am preparing you as I prepare the blessing. By the time it arrives, you will have the wisdom to steward it, the character to sustain it, and the humility to give me the glory for it. Let me be specific about what is about to shift in your finances. That unexpected check is coming. That job offer you stopped hoping for is being prepared. That business idea that keeps showing up in your thoughts is from me, and when you act on it, I will give you the strategy to make it successful. That debt that has been suffocating you is about to be paid off in a way you never saw coming. I am about to show you that I am Jehovah Jireh, your provider, in such tangible ways that you will never doubt my ability to take care of you again. But I also need to address something that might be uncomfortable. Some of you have been operating in poverty mindsets that are blocking my abundance. You have been saying things like, I could never afford that, or that's not for people like me, or I will always struggle financially. Those words are agreements with lack, and I need you to break those agreements right now. Start speaking abundance. Start declaring provision. Start thanking me for blessings that have not manifested yet. Your words create atmospheres, and I need the atmosphere around your life to be one of expectation, not resignation.
The provision I am releasing is not just for you. It is for the people I am calling you to bless. When I increase you, it is never just about you. It is about the single mother you will help with groceries. It is about the student you will sponsor through college. It is about the ministry you will fund. It is about the dreams you will invest in. You are a conduit, not a container. What I pour into you is meant to flow through you to others. Get ready to be a blessing in ways you have only dreamed about. Here is what I need from you moving forward. Trust. Not the kind of trust that only shows up when things make sense. The kind of trust that holds on even when nothing makes sense. The kind of trust that believes I am good even when life is hard. The kind of trust that knows I am working even when you cannot see any evidence of it. That is the trust that unlocks miracles. That is the trust that moves mountains. That is the trust that allows me to do immeasurably more than you could ask or imagine. Will you trust me? Will you believe that I am who I say I am? Will you take me at my word even when your circumstances seem to contradict it? This is the moment of decision. You can walk away from this message and go back to living the same way you have been living, or you can choose right now to step into a new level of faith that changes everything. Comment, I trust you, Lord, if you are making that choice right now. Before I release you, I want to remind you one more time about the opportunity to sow into this ministry. The link is in the comments. When you give, you are not just supporting a message, you are partnering with a movement. Every person whose life is changed by these words, you will have played a part in that transformation when you sow. Every breakthrough that happens because someone encountered this truth, you will share in that victory when you give. This is not about obligation.
This is about invitation. I am inviting you to be part of something bigger than yourself. I am inviting you to invest in eternity. I am inviting you to sow where the harvest will impact generations. But again, whether you give or not, I want you to know that you are loved, you are valued, you are seen. Nothing you do or do not do will change how I feel about you. My love is unconditional. My grace is sufficient. My mercy is endless. Walk in that truth today and every day. Now take a deep breath, hold it, and release it slowly. As you exhale, let go of every burden you have been carrying that was never yours to carry. As you inhale, breathe in my peace that surpasses all understanding. Feel it filling your lungs, flowing through your bloodstream, reaching every cell in your body. You are being renewed right now. You are being restored right now. You are being made whole right now. This is not the end of our conversation. This is the beginning. You will return to these words when you need to be reminded of what I spoke over you today. You will share this message with others who need the same hope you received. You will look back on this moment as a turning point in your story. And years from now, when people ask you how you made it through, you will tell them about the God who never gave up on you, the God who kept working on prayers you stopped praying, the God who turned your mess into a message and your test into a testimony. Go now, my child. Walk in the authority I have given you. Walk in the peace I have spoken over you. Walk in the purpose I have placed within you. You are mine, and I am yours. Nothing can separate you from my love. Nothing can derail my plans for you. Nothing can stop what I have started. The best is yet to come. The breakthrough is here. The answer to your prayer is on its way. Believe it, receive it, walk in it. I love you. I have always loved you. I will always love you. Welcome to your new beginning. Welcome home.